Child, Brandy and Monica have announced that they're doing the Verzuz, and we still ain't shut up talking about it yet. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. I'm excited to do this video because I have been wanting this for a minute. Oh my gosh, we are a week away from the Verzuz between Monica and Brandy, and I'm so excited about it. This is a good birthday month, period, all of that. I'm so excited about it. Girl, so little to talk about. I've already covered some other topics and some other videos and stuff, gave some standalone videos for y'all to enjoy and for y'all to critique and do whatever y'all need to do. But we got a couple of things that we need to talk about, girl. A couple of things, not that much. But I want to dive into some stuff because it's been an interesting weekend. I hope y'all enjoying y'all day. I hope y'all Tuesday is lit. I know mine is. It's been raining all day. I love it. It inspires my creativity. And then when I get done doing this, I'm probably gonna lay in the bed, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this mental check-in before we get into this tea. So mental is doing great. I just got something that I've been working on. Hey Lisa. And I cannot wait to share it with you all. This is a surprise I've been working on with someone who inspired me to do something. So I'm so excited about that. And they look amazing. So I can't wait to tell y'all about that. But I'm holding the secret for y'all. I want to give y'all a snippet, but I ain't gonna do it right now. But girl, be prepared because it's something cute. It's something that I think that y'all will like. But other than that, my week has been starting off pretty good. I kind of lounged this weekend. I got so toasted Friday. Like, I got toasted. I have never been that drunk ever. Like, I was doing the absolute most. I had a couple of Hennessy margaritas, and then my friend poured a big shot of Henny, and I was just through boots. Like, I had to get up in the morning and delete some tweets. There was some stuff that I was saying. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was so shook. Like, I had never been that drunk, girl. It was so drunk that I was on there praying to the porcelain god, and I never ever get that toasted. But it was fun. It was fun, but girl, I don't like being drunk. I hate it. I hate the feeling of not being in control of what's going on. But I did give me some rest. After that, I did drink plenty of water, get my kidneys back regulated and all that. But other than that, my weekend was cute. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. I hope y'all partied like a rock star. I hope y'all social distance while y'all were doing it and y'all was washing your hands and all that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the tea for today. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Brandy, hey, yeah. Brandy and Monica will be doing a Verzuz. They have announced that they're doing a Verzuz. And when I tell you, social media has been entirely shook by it. Like, it has been talked about for the last couple of days, and honestly I can see why Brandy and Monica was like kind of hesitant a little bit about doing it, because there's just so much drama that has came from this. Like, folks are picking sides and stuff, and folks coming out with all type of shady videos and saying this and that. And girl, period. Like, I had about enough about all of that. Like, I love both artists. But seeing the critique of some stuff, I'm like, girl, like Deshaun said on Twitter, y'all don't know vocals. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about, y'all talk about vocals. I think both of them definitely got hits and stuff and all of that. But I do think that Brandy was, I know that Brandy was influential. She probably didn't have that many number ones compared to Monica, but Brandy was definitely influential to the culture. There's a reason why she's called the vocal Bible. There's a reason why, like, her music is timeless. And it's not to take away from Monica either. I think Monica's definitely put out some hits, some songs that make you go back and be like, yes, when sis was sitting in them sandals, them long white sandals. Like, a lot of us remember that Monica. A lot of us love that Monica, all of that. But I definitely think that people notice that Brandy's vocal ability is just out of this world, and it doesn't diminish or take anything away from Monica, but you know, both of them have their own thing, like yin and yang type of situation. It is what it is. So with that being said, I've been seeing folks compare songs and stuff. They came up with this little chart to see, like, hit for hit, who would go, like, what song, and it's interesting how it's going to be played like 20 years later. I'm just like, y'all know I'm a big Brandy fan. Like, I've been listening to Brandy since like the 90s, like, child, period. Love Brandy's music. Monica stuff, I do definitely notice it, but Brandy was like, it was just always that girl to me. But There's some songs I recognize like Monica, like, and just listening to folks doing these comparisons and stuff, I'm just like, yeah, put me in the dot, making me feel good listening to both of their songs and stuff. I cannot wait. Shout out to both of them for agreeing to this. I hope people definitely stream their music. I hope people listening to their new music and just lift them up and give them their flowers, because they most certainly deserve their flowers and stuff for all of the things that they were out here achieving and stuff. So love both of them. Tell me who y'all think gonna do it hit for hit. Like, what's the tea? Like, how does it make you feel? All of that. Like, it's so beautiful. I love it. But the shade has been endless on social media. Like, the girls have been putting up clips, and when I tell you I've been hollering at some of them, girl, that video, that national anthem always takes me out, and y'all actually are wrong for it. But girl, let's move on and talk about some other stuff. So this weekend has been kind of heavy. We've been seeing some stuff going on, especially with the stuff going on in Kenosha, Wisconsin. If I'm saying the name of this city correctly. Definitely saw that. I don't want to talk about it too much. I want to kind of keep this one light. I want to kind of save that for in the middle, if we do talk about it on in the middle. But I don't think there's anything else that we can say other than abolish the police. I think that's just it. I think that's just there. This stuff will never stop until the police is abolished, and even then we have to move beyond that and abolish some other things. Like, this is a system that cannot be reformed. It doesn't matter how many times you try to replace it with black faces and all of that. It's the same thing. It's a system. It's not the actual thing. It's a system. Until we recognize that, we like, you can't do anything with it. It's not like one bad apple, two bad apples. I don't care what the Democratic National Convention told you when they was doing all them things last week. I don't care what Joe Biden told you. I don't care what Kamala Harris told you this week. It is the entire system. And it's just not going to go away, and it's not going to stop until that system is gone. So I think the more time people realize that and understand that, and understand the reason for Kamala Harris's critique, then you will get that. So that's all I have to offer on that. Moving on, I hate to get a little heavy stuff, but I was seeing this stuff about BreonnaCon, and it just hurt my spirit to see that. Like, it just hurt my spirit to see that the continued memification, the monetization of this girl's name and her death, and it's just not sitting well with my spirit. I think the painting and the picture of her in Vanity Fair was most definitely beautiful, but it's just sad that a black woman has to experience that to even get any type of notoriety on a platform like Vanity Fair. I just think that it's just not the tea. It's not the tea. Like, it's one of the reasons why I did not like Queen and Slim. It's one of the reasons why I didn't like that, like the memification of just that, how they had them on murals and all these things, and even just how the movie was portrayed, like the ending, the scene with the protests. I want to imagine a better world where none of this exists, and I don't think that stuff like using visibility, or like when it's, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like almost like some capital has to come from it. And I'm looking at the lineup, like the BreonnaCon. So let me just tell y'all what it was. It was supposed to be the event to protest, the killing of Breonna Taylor. And they sent the email out to a bunch of influencers, and an influencer posted on Twitter, and they got a lot of attention because they had a lineup of some people who were on there. You had Phaedra Parks, you had Giselle Bryant, you had Portia Williams, you had I'm not sure if Candy was on there too, or some other folks. And it's just, I'm not sure. I don't think Candy was on there. I don't remember seeing Candy name, but it was like a couple of folks on there. And I like Tamika. I think she was one of the folks that's over it. But I feel like that a lot of folks are using this moment to project their career and to get more capital and more attention off of this moment, and it's just not the tea. It's like we're in the process of making another DeRay McKesson, and I don't trust Giselle Bryant to be a part of any of this. I think I like Giselle Bryant, but her politics is trash. When she be saying stuff, it just don't be hitting for me. Phaedra Parks is okay sometimes, but her politics is still trash too. Portia, I like Portia. I think Portia means well, but her and this Yandy stuff, it doesn't seem authentic to be keep Like it doesn't seem authentic when it's seen as like y'all using this as a storyline for y'all show. Sometimes your name can be too big that you take away from the progress and what needs to happen. Sometimes you just need to bow gracefully and say, hey, you know what? I don't think I need to be a part of this. I can support in other ways. Like I've done that. Like I support in other ways. Like I just don't think me showing up constantly and is necessarily the work. I think the work comes in different forms and stuff, and it just comes off like y'all are trying to get opportunity, especially when cameras and stuff are involved. It's complicated. I don't think all of them are bad people. I just don't trust the politic, and I just don't trust the system like that. I just don't trust it. I'm just not a fan of it. And sometimes, you know, we see little things that don't make sense, like for the name, first of all, the name BreonnaCon is just, it's already no. Convention, like no. The branding around that is just garbage. We could have called it a Breonna protest, something like something else. Something else, like y'all need to be talking to organizers and folks on the ground who actually been doing this stuff. Like this is just not it. Like it's just not the BreonnaCon. Y'all sending email invites and y'all asking folks to sign up a form to give their name, information, email addresses, and phone numbers, and asking, like, no, don't ever, if folks are asking you to go to a protest, don't you ever give them your name, information. This stuff is being watched by the Fed. Like, these folks are watching all of this stuff. Like, I'm learning this year, like, some folks didn't want to talk to me about certain things unless it was on the app called Signal. Like, y'all, like, no, ma'am, you should not be out here giving your information for no protest. It should be like, hey, like, you should even be talking about it on social media. You don't organize over there like that. Like you like not that like girl what? It's just no, stop. It's Ferguson all over again. And I don't like it. And I'm looking at this lineup of these names and it's just like it just ain't sitting right with me. Like this girl is gone. Like she didn't ask for any of this. And people say, oh well, the family, they seem to be okay with it. Do you know how many families I have seen just in the last the last year have been taken advantage of because of them experiencing some death from a loved one? Like the same folks like will have them at a like in a Joe Biden ad or Joe Biden stuff and talking to him and stuff. And Joe Biden ain't talking about defunding the police. He talking about increasing funding for them. Like, these folks ain't with the politics these organizers on the ground are calling for that's going to actually end this stuff. Like, no. They just using y'all for attention. Like, they're using y'all for attention. Like, you going to protest, should nobody be asking you for your information? No, Google is not going to protect, especially no Google Doc. Google ain't protecting you. They going to turn that shit over right to the police and whoever needs to be. I've seen too many videos of folks who was at protests. They have police, like a month later, police in front of their door asking them to come outside. Like, girl, stop. It's just, it ain't the tea. Like, it came off like y'all was throwing a fair. Oh, girl, it's too much for me. It's working my spirit, so it's a no for me. No. Even the thing with Vanity Fair, it's just like, I just have so many things. But I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move right along. So Bun B was on a live stream or a video he posted on Instagram or something, and he basically just talked about Megan The Stallion, this whole Tory Lane stuff, and he just basically saying, hey, this had happened in Texas, it would have been over. Like, protect me, all of these things. And I respect Bun B, I like Bun B, but Bun B, I'm looking at you sideways because you was out here supporting Talib, and Talib has been harassing a black woman on social media for like a month and a half now. Like, you can't be out here advocating for the protection of a black woman just because they're in your community. You have to be advocating for the protection of black women across. Like, I don't need to be in community or know Megan The Stallion to like her to know that she needs protection. Like, just as it was any other girl. Like, if it was somebody from Tennessee that had experienced it, like, she needs protection too. So it's just, I'm looking at Bun B sideways. I'm looking at the video like, you know, this really offers us nothing. It goes back to what I was saying about these celebrities and D-list celebrities and stuff and how they pretend to be rich. Like, if y'all wanted to do anything with this Megan The Stallion stuff, y'all wouldn't be talking about it. It would have been already happening. It would have been happening. Like, we wouldn't be talking about it on social media. It would just happen. Like, but y'all, like, it's just like, I ain't believing y'all either. Like, it's just getting pomp and circumstance for me. But, you know, it's cute for the culture, I guess. I guess for the commercialized culture. But looking at that, like, it is disappointing that none of these male rappers have came out and said anything. And now you got Chris Brown coming out and saying, leave me out of that. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. No, Chris Brown, we ain't leaving you out of that, because you are part of the long list of heterosexual men who have been violent to their, like, celebrities who have been violent to their girlfriends. Like, no. Like, girls, no. There's a long list of a lot of y'all who do the same stuff. So we're going to bring you up. We're going to talk about it. You will always be known as that, because that's something that you did. Does not matter if Rihanna accepted your apology or if anything else. Like, you have a history, and you still have done some underlying stuff on social media that makes me believe that you still are that same person. You just ain't did it again. But I still believe that that same person still exists in you. So, girl, we're going to continue to talk about that. That will carry you for the rest of your life. That is something that you have done. And something that you need to, like, you ain't losing anything. You're not losing no coin from it. You're not losing no money. Folks are still playing your songs. So at the very least, we can bring up your name. We talking about the history of abuse of other female artists have experienced from other male artists. Period. So it is what it is. You will be fine. You will be all right. That's the least that we can do, is to talk about that. So, girl, I'm not getting why she's so pressed about that. Leave my name out of it. She's so angry and upset. Chris Brown irks my everlasting nerves, girl. And y'all got the nerve to talk about something that he'll come for Usher hit for hit. Chris Brown ain't got nan album that can touch Confessions or like probably any other Usher's body of work. Chris Brown ain't never put out no sickening body of work. He put out a sickening couple of singles with him and the double mint gum, but sis ain't giving us nothing else other than that. A couple, you wrote some cute songs, but don't nobody give a damn. Your songs are not timeless. Period. They in the club, they cute, and we listen to them as we on our way out or in the club, but that's it. But girl, your stuff ain't timeless. Moving on. I want to talk about this Noughts and Crosses show that, girl, who is this? Who is the name of the folks? I can't even think of it. RocNation posted on Twitter. Come to find out, it was a best-selling book written about the reimagination of Africa colonizing Europe. And people are asking, I'm asking too, what does Europe have that needs to be colonized? Like, what properties and stuff, like, how are we making money from Europe? Like, what is that? Y'all got, normally when folks colonize something, they want something out of it other than just land. Like, Africa is a big continent. Why would we do that? What resources are we getting from Europe when y'all taking our resources from Africa? Like, y'all taking resources, lithium and all this other stuff, and to make batteries. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, diamonds, like, what are y'all doing? Like, girl, so this show is supposed to be on Peacock on demand or something, on streaming. And girl, I'm not watching that mess. And they released it on September 4th on Beyonce's birthday. The disrespect. I think Beyonce's birthday is on the 4th. I don't really know. But yeah, it is. When she's 9. 4. The disrespect that they gave was enough for me. But Noughts and Crosses are knots and bows. Then y'all got the love interest is some black girl falling in love with a white colonizer. It's just like, girl, what? So y'all can't even reimagine the imagine, because you're still influenced about what's going on now. We don't want any of that. We don't need to tell what if. I don't need to see no white folks protesting and demanding rights. Like, what? What is wrong with y'all? Like, nothing about that seemed like a good idea. So I guess the show already came out. Some folks said they tried to watch it and do nothing for them. Came out, I think, in the UK. People watched it. I'm not watching. I don't care if it was a best-selling book. I don't care if it was a #1 TV show. The whole thing of it is trash. It is complete trash. I don't want to see no utopia like that. Honestly, what I would have loved to see if everybody had just minded their business. But we can't even imagine that, because we want to be the colonizers and we will never be them. Period. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about that. It's Noughts and Crosses RocNation posted it on Twitter. The trailer should be online somewhere. Type it in, girl. Tell me how y'all feel about it, girl. But this video, I don't want it to be too long, girl. I done talked about a couple of things. I done gave my spirit away on some stuff. I was gonna talk about some other stuff. I'm like, girl, we're gonna save that for another video, honey, because I'm already doing too much. But I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all staying safe, washing your hands, social distance, and until next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.
Alright, shut up.
You shut up.
That's why your shoes raggedy.
That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell. What shoes she got on? What shoes she had on her casket?